Hi everyone, this is the LisaBug short and sweet series, and today I am reviewing the 5 exercises that we covered in the month of January 2023. If you've been following me live online or on YouTube, we covered 5 exercises that were given in an article from the New York Times on longevity. And these exercises have been shown to increase a person's lifespan. They're mostly balance exercises and also core stability and strengthening as well. For some of these exercises, you might like to add hand weights with these at home, but as I demonstrate them today, I'm just going to do those without any extra weight for today. So the 5 exercises that we had are the single leg stance, and that's the ability to stand on one foot with the opposite knee up for at least 10 seconds. And if you need to lightly tap a chair as you're starting this out, you can do that as well. The second exercise is the lateral leg raise. So that's the ability to stand on one foot and hold the other leg extended out to the side. This is a nice hip strengthener as well as core stabilizer and balance position. The third exercise is called the body weight squat. So with feet about hips distance apart or a little bit wider, it's that ability to sit down into a squat and to stand up. This helps us to be able to get in and out of a chair as we're getting older, a very functional movement. The next position is called the tandem stance, and that's standing with one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe, and having our balance here in this position. I guess that's why they put it in the sobriety test, right? Because it's hard to hold your balance like this. And then the last one is called the bird dog, traditionally done from the hands and knees, which we'll do later in this workout, or you can also do it from a stand. So the bird dog, if you're standing on the right foot and the left leg is back, then your right arm is forward. So it's opposite extended limbs. So we'll do some work today with all of these exercises, and I'm putting together some sequences for you. So the first one is come on down to a chair. If you don't have a chair, you'll just be doing a squat here rather than sitting all the way down. We'll take the right foot in front. The left foot is behind the right, so you're in tandem stance. My legs are really close together. Now, as you're just beginning to learn this, you might want to take your feet a little wider. That's okay, you'll have a wider base of support, but eventually try to bring them in a little closer. So let's reach the arms out, and again, you can add some weights here if you'd like. We'll shift the body weight forward and rise up out of the chair, then lift the back knee up into single leg stance. As you pause there, good posture. Then set that foot back behind you again with the ball of the foot to the floor. The heel is up, and slowly sink your way back into that chair. We'll do 5. Shift forward, lift the knee, reach it back, and sit. Good. 3 more. Now make sure through all of these exercises you're fluidly breathing, whatever pace works best for your body. And 2 more, bring it up, and lift, and lower, sit back, last one, balance, single leg stance, back, and sink down. All right, we'll switch the tandem stance. Left foot in front, right foot back, back heel lifted. Arms reach with or without hand weights. Reach forward, lift the knee. Ooh, I feel the difference on this side. Reach it back behind and slowly come down in your chair. Now, if you're just building strength here, you might want to use your hands a little bit as you stand up. And then again, you might need to use your hands behind you to guide yourself back down. Let's do 3 more. Other variations, maybe the arms reach above the head for a nice challenge, especially if you have hand weights. The arms can go to the side. 2 more. So you just add some nice variations wherever it works for you. 1 more. Lift, reach it behind, and sinking. Good. So that's combining our body weight squat and our tandem stance. Now let's combine the tandem stance, the body weight squat, and the single leg stance. So we have 3 of those exercises combined in that sequence. So now let's combine 3 balance poses. And if you need a chair to give you a little balance, have it close by. And we'll start with the single leg stance. So let's stand on your left foot, pick up your right knee into single leg stance. Get your balance, then extend that leg to straight. From there, we'll sweep it out to the side and come into lateral leg lift. The arms can come up if you'd like. Hold that position. Then keep moving the leg behind you as we come into standing bird dog. So since the right leg is back, the left arm goes forward. From there, try to come back up into single leg stance where we started. Hold, or if you need a rest, put your foot down. And then let's go again. Straighten that leg to the front. Sweep it around to the side. Hold it out into lateral leg lift. Keep sweeping it behind you into standing bird dog. The left arm is forward. And come all the way back up to single leg stance. Hold it. And relax. If you want to do a few more reps, pause the video. All right, let's try the other leg. So standing on the right foot, let's pick up the left knee into single leg stance. Hold your balance, extend your leg to straight. Sweep it to the side, lateral leg raise. Keep sweeping it behind you, coming into standing bird dog. The right arm is forward. Then our challenge is to come right back up into single leg stance, lifting that knee. If you need to tap down to the floor, that's absolutely fine. All right, one more repetition. Extend the leg to straight. Sweep it out to the side, lateral leg raise. This is sometimes called that starfish balance in yoga. Then bring the leg behind you. Left arm is forward, standing bird dog. Then come right back up to single leg stance. Hold. And relax. All right, so that's combining our single leg stance, our lateral leg raise, and our standing bird dog. So now we're going to combine single leg stance and tandem stance. So if you've got some room to move forward, I want you to back up so you've got some space to move because this one's going to travel. So let's stand up nice and tall. Pick up your right foot, come into single leg stance. And then let's bring that right heel right down to come in front of your left big toe. So your option here is to add a little knee bend like you're coming into a small squat. Then pick your back foot up off the floor, bring it up to single leg stance. And then set that heel right in front of your left big toe. Find your balance. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. Then pick up that back knee. Single leg stance to tandem stance. Optional bending of the knees. Single leg stance to tandem stance. And let's do 2 more. Back knee lift, single leg stance. Tandem stance. Left knee lift, single leg stance. Tandem stance. 1 more each side. So it's like we're walking on a balance beam, heel to toe, but we're adding the knee lift in between. Left leg comes up, last one, and set it down to tandem stance. Now we can also move this backward, right? So make sure you've got some room behind you. We don't have eyes in the back of our heads, so this is going to be a little bit more challenging. So let's lift the right knee up, single leg stance. Step it behind your left foot, bring your big toe to your heel, stand in tandem stance. And you want it Equally distribute your weight from your front to your back foot. Pick your left foot up, single leg stance. Set it behind, tandem stance. Right foot up. Step it back. Left foot up. Find a nice focal point where you can look straight ahead. Try not to look at the floor. As soon as you look down, where your eyes go, your head goes, and then the rest of your form comes out of alignment. So we want to look straight ahead as much as possible. And let's do one more on each foot. And I hope I have room back there behind me. The tandem stance is really actually challenging for me to distribute my body weight here. All right, and relax. Okay, next sequence, combining the body weight squat with the lateral leg raise. This is another nice one that you can use hand weights, or you can even put one of those elastic bands around your thighs to really strengthen your hips. So if you're using hand weights, you can bring them right here at your chest. Let's bring our feet hips distance apart and sink down into that body weight squat. Then as you stand up, shift your weight into one leg, lift the opposite leg up into lateral leg raise. Then switch, squat down, shift into the other leg, and lift. Boy, I feel a big difference from one side of my body to the other. So we can add the arms raising with or without weights. We could add the arms out to the side with or without weights, to the front. So each plane of movement that we bring the arms on is going to challenge our balance in a different way, right? So we might have one arm up, one arm down. So just get kind of creative with this as you're working through this pose. And then let's do one final repetition. Finish with a body weight squat. Hold 10, 9, 8, as deep as you feel comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly rise up. All right, last sequence. We're coming down to the mat for our kneeling bird dog. And this is the traditional way that we see bird dog done, is from hands and knees, although the standing work we did today was great as well. So come down to all fours. And traditional bird dog, we start with a nice neutral spine. The right arm is forward, the left leg goes back. And let's try to find a really level pelvis here as we hold this position. Now, if you're not feeling strong enough to extend the arm and the leg, you can just extend the leg for now, or just extend the arm as you're building strength. Let's take one more breath, and then lower back down. Let's switch sides. So the left arm comes forward, the right leg goes back. Check your pelvis, make sure it's really level. Because when we're on one knee, oftentimes the opposite hip will start creeping up because we want to balance and distribute our weight over that knee that's on the mat. So drop your right hip down, keep your head really neutral, your abs pulled in, and then let's return back to hands and knees. Variation. Right arm reaches forward, just like you're shaking someone's hand with your thumb up. Left leg goes back. And then let's move the right arm to the right diagonal and the left leg to the left diagonal. That should feel like that lateral leg raise, right? So we can hold it here, or we can move through this plane of motion, coming into neutral, back out to lateral, coming to neutral, back out to lateral, and then coming back to neutral to hold, and lowering back down to all fours. Let's do the other side. Left arm reaches, thumb is up, right leg is back. Flex your ankle, tighten your thigh. Move the left arm out to the left diagonal, the right leg out to the right diagonal. You can hold if this feels best for you, or come back into neutral. And we're moving our arm and our leg through that alternating plane and that diagonal movement. Keep the breath moving. One more on the diagonal. And back to neutral and lower back down. Last variation, right arm reaches. Left leg extends back. As we inhale, everything is long. As we exhale, bring the elbow and the knee toward each other and round your back up to the ceiling like a cat, pulling your abs in. Inhale to go long. Exhale to contract your core muscle. One more. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, contract. Then lengthen out one more time to hold. Come back, exhaling to all fours. Switching sides, left arm goes long, right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Now, if you're struggling to balance with this, you can keep both hands on the mat and just pull the knee into the chest as you're building strength here. Let's do one more. Great for core stabilization, balance and stability. Reach out, hold. And come back to all fours, hands and knees. All right, one more thing for you. This was not in the New York Times article, but one thing that's really important to longevity is that ability to stand up off the floor without any assistance or without using your hands. So I want you to try your strong and dominant leg and bring it forward. Tuck your back toes under. You can support here on your thigh, or you can reach forward. Get ready and take a step and rise up away from the floor and come to center. So if you'd like to try that after this video, do it on the other side as well, and maybe 3 reps on each side. So that's our 5 exercises from the New York Times in pursuit of longevity this month. The single leg stance, the lateral leg raise, the body weight squat, the tandem stance, and the bird dog. I hope you enjoyed. Keep practicing it. You'll get stronger and you'll live longer. Thanks, everyone. Take care. I'll see you next time.